So today we're going to talk about how to utilize my system to make you the optimal tactical athlete. So whether you're police, fire, or military, it doesn't really matter. The trick is how do you get stronger, how do you get faster, and how do you get in better shape? And today we're going to go over those particular subjects. So one of the big factors that I've noticed working with military, fire, and policemen for almost 15 years now is the fact that most of them when we come in are very, very weak. And if they are even strong, they're strong in the wrong areas with the wrong technique. Point A is to make sure that you're always working on getting stronger, especially in the right areas. I find that this is a huge problem in the tactical community. We got guys that like to lift weights like bodybuilders, and we got guys that like to do cardio, and we got guys in the middle that like to do nothing. But the point is that strength fixes most things. You want to increase bone density, ligament and tendon density, and reduce injuries, make guys stronger, and that will occur. The next big step is that we cannot ignore general physical preparedness. So if you ever see my videos, GPP, that means generalized physical preparedness. How do we build that? Well, there's lots of different ways. You know, we can walk on a treadmill with vests, we can drag sleds, we can do GPP workouts. But the way I have found to make GPP rise, make VO2 max get better, and make the body in more shape while still getting stronger is the winning warm-ups. So if you haven't seen or know what those are, go on our YouTube channels and look up the winning warm-up, and you will see quite a few of examples of how we do that with lifting to increase fitness level. The other big thing that I think the tactical community really screws up on is they're focusing on specifics before generalities. What does that mean? That means you need to work on being a generalized good athlete before you specifically get good at particular drills. So just because you're doing weight training in the gym or doing stuff outside with no gear on, i.e. bottles, weighted armor, things like that, the point is that if you're not good without all that stuff on, there's no way you can be good with it. So make sure you generally get strong, generally get in good shape before you specifically try to utilize certain means of getting better. So if you see something that doesn't look fire specific, it might mean that they're trying to generally get stronger before they add specificity. This is the biggest problem we have in the Western world, is that people want to play football. They want to get better at playing football. What do? They play football. You want to get better at swimming, they swim only. They want to do this, they only do that. The point is that if you look at all the best college athletes, most of them are three-sport athletes. They come from three-sport athletes in high school. They have a broad range of athletic abilities before they specify in a particular sport. And that has the same thing and the same principles when you train tactical communities, which means you got to get them basically strong before you can specifically lock in the exact drills and specifications that you want. If you can't deadlift 400, 500 pounds, there's no way you're going to be good at lifting dummies and carrying them upstairs just because you don't have the basic strength. So where do we start with all this stuff? Well, the big thing is start off with utilizing exercises that are traction versus compressive. What does that mean? Use a belt squat instead of a straight bar squat. Use a 45-degree back extension instead of a deadlift, etc. Similar muscle groups, but not putting a lot of pressure on the spine. Reason being is spinal erectors tend to be one of the few muscles, and the TVA or deep abdominal muscles tend to be the ones that knock us out of our job and cause us to have issues. You have to get them strong slowly and in a safe fashion. So what we do with our firemen and military is we get them very strong in non-compressive movements and then build in the compression as the strength rises. The next thing that we do that nobody wants to fucking hear is that you have to improve your diet and inflammatory processes. What does that mean? If you're eating a bunch of shit, chances are your blood work's going to be bad and your hormone levels are going to be all whacked out. If you have a high inflammatory state, i.e. high inflammation, you're probably going to have really shitty testosterone and really shitty anabolic hormones, meaning that your training is not going to be as optimal to building muscle or getting you more fit or trying to get rid of that stubborn body fat percentage. So you have to get your diet a little bit on the straight path before you really start a lot of things to help increase the efficiency of what you're trying to do. And the next thing is always remember to try to build technique before strength. Everybody wants to go in and lift heavy, but the key is being able to lift heavy with perfect form. In my opinion, I am more impressed with somebody that can squat 350 absolutely perfect than I am with someone that can squat 500 with absolute shitty form. The reason is that the more things you do perfect throughout your training and throughout your whole cycle of lifting When you get into an instinctive protocol, i.e. you're in a fire having to lift somebody heavy, you're probably going to do it right with perfect form because you've been practicing it that way for hundreds and hundreds of reps with your squats and your deadlifts. So in closing, if you need to, go on our YouTube channel and check out all the other videos to get a little bit more of a base of how to plug this all in. And most importantly, go on the website and look at the tactical manual, download it and read it thoroughly, because it shows you where to start from beginning to end. We wouldn't be able to do a video on all of that because it's just too long. So buy the tactical manual, read it, and become very familiar with it, and it will help you along the way to get this. We are also going to dive deeper into these particular topics on the Patreon channel, so get on that channel as well.